Hello all, welcome back to Cinema Scotty. On today's episode of Maleficent Month, we are looking at the biggest differences between the original animated version of Maleficent and Angelina Jolie's portrayal of the Dark Fairy. Before we begin, if you're not already subscribed, make sure to do so that you don't miss any episodes of Maleficent Month. And thank you so much for watching so far. I've had a really fun time putting these videos together, so I hope you're enjoying them too. So in the beginning of the 1959 film, Sleeping Beauty, we see that Maleficent is a ruthless fairy. We are introduced to this wicked woman at Aurora's christening. She curses the baby, and then she disappears. But in the beginning of 2014's Maleficent, we are introduced to the character as a young fairy. We get to witness her interactions with her friends, young Stefan before he becomes king, and we get to witness her relationship with him. And the point of the 2014 film is to show the backstory of Maleficent. So there's bound to be many differences between both versions. The live-action retelling of Sleeping Beauty is meant to tell the story as if you're looking at it from a different perspective. Another difference between the animated film and the 2014 film is that Maleficent and Aurora have no interaction in Sleeping Beauty. We do see Maleficent at the christening where she curses Aurora, but Aurora is just a baby then. In the 2014 film, these two characters share many scenes together. Maleficent watches Aurora grow up from afar, and she ends up befriending and then ultimately loving her. A pretty big difference between the animated film and the live-action Maleficent is that in the animated film, Prince Philip kisses Aurora and awakes her from her sleeping curse. In 2014's film, the titular character kisses Aurora on the forehead and wakes her with true love's kiss. Maleficent had grown to love Aurora almost as a daughter, and I really like that they changed that. It's a really big twist, but when you think about it, it would be weird to think of the cartoon Maleficent kissing Aurora to wake her up, because we know and we see how ruthless and evil the animated version is, and the live-action film humanizes Maleficent. Another big difference in the live-action film is that Maleficent does not turn into a dragon, and therefore she does not fight Philip, because Philip is not seen as an enemy in the live-action film. In Sleeping Beauty, Philip fights Maleficent in her dragon form, and he strikes her down with the Sword of Truth. In the live-action film, Maleficent turns Diaval into a dragon during the final battle in the film. And going off of the previous difference, Maleficent dies in the animated Sleeping Beauty film, but she remains alive and she remains friends with the main characters in the live-action film. Maleficent stands alongside Aurora as she's crowned queen, and the film ends on a really happy note with them all together. So after Maleficent begins to love Aurora in the live-action film, she attempts to reverse the curse that she placed on her when she was an infant. In the animated film, Maleficent does not do this, and she is very adamant on the curse coming true. Going along with this point, Maleficent, Philip, and Diaval race to prevent Aurora from pricking her finger on the spinning wheel, but in the animated version, Maleficent lures Aurora to the spinning wheel. So the 2014 film Maleficent is different in many ways from Sleeping Beauty because it is meant to be an origin film for this character. I like looking at these differences to contrast and compare these very different yet very similar iterations of this character. I wanted to focus just on differences with Maleficent the character. I know there are several differences between the source material and the remake, especially with Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather, and the fairies we see in the live-action version. If you'd like to see me make a video highlighting the big differences between the stories, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, please consider clicking on that big subscribe button if you want to see more videos about Maleficent. As always, to quote the Queen of Darkness, well, Cinema Scotty, out.